right, today your lesson will be over nth term. Here's what you'll need for today's lesson. Your composition book for notes and a pen or a pencil. Make sure you pause when I tell you to pause so you can copy the notes down. Today we're going to talk about finding the nth term in a sequence. Nothing is new today except you're not going to have a table. Let's look at this sequence of numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Could you find the next three numbers in this sequence? What would they be? Excellent. 12, 14, and 16. How'd you get that? You just knew it, right? Because it's a pattern. Well, what was the pattern? Excellent. Plus 2. Now, let's take a look at this pattern again. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Could you tell me what type of pattern this would be? What's going on? Plus 3. So what would the next three numbers be? Excellent. So let me ask you this. What would the 20th term be? Would you want to make that table, that chart, all the way out? Well, let's take a look at the pattern. What's my first term in this pattern? The 3. What's my second term? The 6. What's my third term? The 9. I think I'm remembering something. What usually has 1, 2, and 3? A T-chart. So let's look at our sequence of 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18 and make it into a T-chart with our terms as X's and our sequences as Y's. So here's my T-chart, and I'm going to put, what are my terms again? 1, 2, 3. Always my sequence starts with terms of 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to fill in my X values of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You'll notice I left a spot above it blank. That's for a reason. And let's fill in our terms. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So my term 1 is 3. My term 2 is 6. My term 3 is 9. My term 4 is 12. And my term 5 is 15. Now the reason I left this blank is because I want to find the 0 term. So I go backwards. What's my 0 term going to be? 0. Excellent. So let's take a look at my T-chart again. I got my 0 term. Now I want to know what the 20th term is going to be. That's easy. I can extend my pattern to 20. That's easy for this one. What if it would have been 100? The easiest thing to do is write your equation now. We know the 0 term and we know the pattern's plus 3. So what's my equation? Remember, it starts with y equals. So my pattern is 3, so that goes with my x. And my 0 term is 0. So my equation is 3x plus 0. So remember, my x are my terms. How would I find the 20th term? Plug in 20 for x. Y equals 3 times 20 plus 0. What's 3 times 20? 60 plus 0. So my 20th term would be 60. Okay, using the same sequence and equation, what would the 100th term be? Remember, my equation was y equals 3x plus 0. I don't need that 0, but I can put it there if I need to. Plug in 100 for x. What do you get? 300. Awesome! Okay, fantastic! Let's do another. Make a T-chart for the following sequence. Hit pause. Okay, so remember, your sequence is always your y equals. And remember, it always starts with term 1, never 0. So my T-chart, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then my sequence is 1, 5, 9, 13. What would the next number be? 17. So what's my sequence doing? Plus 4. So I need to create my 0 term. So what's it going to be? -3. So now write your equation. Y equals, what's your pattern? +4. What's your 0? -3. So what's your equation? Y equals 4x minus 3. How'd you do? So now find the 50th term in the sequence. Hit pause. Okay, so you're going to plug in 50 for x. 4 times 50 minus 3 is 197. Is that what you got? Fantastic. So you need to write the equation for the following sequence and find the 43rd term and bring it into class tomorrow. Sequence 1 and sequence 2. I want a T-chart, an equation, and the 43rd term for each problem. And I'll see you in class tomorrow. Bye-bye.